Welcome to Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons, where your presence is a blessing. So enjoy the session. Hey, it's Thursday. It's another day, another dollar, another time for us to holler at you real quick. Yeah, I know we starting a little late. We pass hump day, but sometimes the hump just lasts a little longer than we want to, but it's all right. Technical difficulties ain't never stop nothing. The show must go on. So, without further ado, let me introduce your guest, me. Today is just me, Dani Cee. I'm gonna hold it down. I planned on having some guests. Maybe do satellite because I have another event after this. Punch Entertainment stay working. So we got another event after this. So I wanted somebody to be, somewhere else and do a satellite. That way, when the show is over, I could just leave. Didn't really work out that way. And then one of my besties told me, like, dog, you don't need nobody. You can hold the show yourself. You do your own lives every day. What is it that you have to have somebody in here? And she's absolutely right. I don't have to have anybody in here, but I guess I just, like interviewing and asking people their questions about their life and what's going on. It fulfills me and makes me happy. But also it makes me happy just to talk to y'all. I like that y'all tap in and y'all like to hear what I have to say. And that's what even really pushed me to go with this podcast, other than my background in radio. The fact of the matter is I was waking up every day doing my lives on the way to work and, dropping the little jewels and gems. And then I stopped and the people was like, dang, I was looking forward to you. I want to see more of that. So I turned it into Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. And, that's just to show that when you have an idea, start off small, but it could become grand, and it can come to fruition. Like I would have never known I'd have this studio, this nice, all this equipment that I spend my money and my husband helped me invest in. I've talked about it, but I guess, I was still trying to see it happen. So today I decided to talk about relationships because, as you see, it's love life lessons. And I feel like we don't delve into relationships that often. I did have a polyamorous, a show where somebody came on talking about being in a polyamorous relationship. That was a really good show, but I want to really tap more into the love side of things. And so I decided to make my topic tonight about married people and single people, like just relationships, whether it's friendships or, actual relationships with people. For example, married friends with single friends, like me. For example, I'm married, and most of my closest friends are not. Some of them, have a significant other, and some, don't, or whatever, So, um, what I was wanted to bring up is, what challenges, do you come across with that? Because like me and my husband been together 19 years. He can close his eyes and know that I'm gonna do the right thing. I can close mine and know that he's gonna do the right thing, whether I'm there or not. However, things change when how you hang out with your single friends and where you go, like the environments. Like really me, first of all, I don't drink anymore. So going to bars, pretty much I'd be sitting there ordering soda. And then my single friends, guys see that they're single or see that it's ladies and now they want to send drinks over, they want to holler or talk. Not a bad idea or a big deal for me to be there, but it's really like, what am I doing? I have a husband, I have a mate. Like clubs or strip clubs or things, um, clubs or, strip clubs and things of that nature, just like a married man. He can't pretty much probably don't do those things that he used to do when he was single with his boys. But, you know, being in the relationship I'm in, we've been together 19 years. We have a certain level of trust, so I could go. But for me, it's like, you need to consider when you're married, it's not just you. I've heard some of people I know that say, oh, you gotta check in with him. I see. That's why I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be married because I don't want to check. I don't want to. And it's not. You guys are looking at it negatively. It's consideration, and it's if you have a partnership, you just communicate. You let your partner know what's going on. It's not that I'm asking permission. People like to try to downplay it and act like, oh, she can't do nothing. She got to ask. Yeah, you could. If that helps you sleep at night, fine. But anybody that knows me knows that I'm got a good head on my shoulder, pretty hard to tell what to do type person. So it's not a control thing, it's a respect thing, and yeah, certain things I don't do, I don't engage in anymore, and I can't engage in anymore because like I said, it's just a matter of respect level, and mature, where you are in life. When I was young in my 20s and we weren't married, but we're still together, I was young, I could still party, hang out, I was drinking, I was clubbing, I was this and that, and I still respected my relationship and knew if a guy hollered at me, no, no, thank you, I got somebody, but they'll go my single homegirls over there. It's easy to still stay clear of the BS. And that leads me into the next thing I was going to say: respect versus insecurity, right? People like to put, oh, you got to ask permission. Like my dude, some insecure dude that just, no, it's not that. Like I said, it's communication. It's we're a partnership. So we communicate what's going on because we're partners. You know what I mean? And so certain things is just a respect level. Like for example, everybody that knows me and know Yo, that we do the music thing, right? And when we first got together, we were going to different studios, right? Because we didn't have our own studio yet. We didn't have our own equipment. We were going to other guys' studios, listening to beats, purchasing and leasing beats. We went through all of that, right? But it would be us going together and normally him seeking out or knowing the guys, and then we hook up, right? And so versus me trying to go and do it on my own, not that he would have a problem because like I said, we have a trust and a respect level that he knows I would never break. However, being married and a woman in this music business, and you're trying to go and just listen to beats, I couldn't, I wouldn't feel comfortable just to pull up on a guy and just be like, okay, without my husband, and I'm just listening to beats. Now, there it could be okay, but let's be honest, we run into a lot of I need to find another way to say this because I've been in my acting bag, but almost like casting couch. Same thing with the studio. Niggas think you want to fuck for beats, or you know what I mean? You come to chill, you came to work and be in the studio, but now they rolling blunts and drinking and let's chill my first. And it's like, nigga, turn on the music. Can we listen to some of the beats so I can get the rapping? Nah, they want something else. And so for me, it's not that Yogi's insecure or I'm insecure or anything like that. I just know what happens in those situations with women versus men. So I don't do it. You know what I mean? And it's funny because we had this conversation recently and I was just like, because, unfortunately we had a hard drive issue, this technology shit, and we lost a lot of our material. And so I need some beats and I'm ready to write. And I'm like, he's like, I lost all my shit. I got to literally create you one from scratch. And that's cool. I'm with it. But it'd be easier sometimes for me just to, oh, let me holler at such and such and see if he could shoot me a couple of beats. But nowadays that shit come with shit. And I don't mind paying. People can say, oh, because bitches don't want to pay. They don't. No, no, no. I work hard. I have a job. I'd rather pay than go through the bullshit. If I pay for my studio time and I pay for my beat, then let's get the work done. All that extra in between, trying to chit chat, trying to flirt, trying to do all that extra stuff, that goes out the door. Absolutely. Stops right there. Record stops. Wait a minute, whole party over. So in saying that, it kind of led because we ran into that. And even with Yoke, he's a guy, but you go in there with the studio and guys want to, yeah, listen to this, listen what I did, listen to, okay, nigga, is it for sale? Is it something I could do? I don't want to hear what you previously did or what you gave the last nigga. We want to hear what's going on right now and what's open and what can I buy? You know what I mean? And how soon can we get to working? That's it. So I feel more comfortable, with my husband being with me and accompanying me. But I realized that's why niggas don't holler at me for beats. I know a lot of producers, or they realize I'm in a relationship. I'm not really, they don't really want to fuck with me because they want somebody that they can fuck up on or do whatever they want to do instead of just making it about the business. And like I said, he's not insecure. If I came at him like, hey, babe, I even said it recently, let's holler at a couple of people and see what kind of beats they got going and fuck with them. But he would have to do it just out of the respect thing. Because me doing it versus him doing it is going to be a total different response. And I don't want to be played with. I ain't want to be played with. So let's just be clear. A lot of people I see, they use that, oh, you got to ask permission, or you just trying to diss. And it's not a diss to me. You ain't hurt my feelings at all. No, I have respect for my husband. I'm gonna run this by him and see, hey, and not really run it by him, but like say, hey, hey, babe, this weekend the girls are having a girls brunch and it's all girls Saturday. Do you have anything going on this weekend? Or are you cool with me going? It's gonna be a few hours in Long Beach. That's simple. Hey, yeah, babe, no problem. Or damn, you sure are leaving a lot. I wanted to spend the day with you. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that you compromise. You say, okay, I went to the last one. Hey, my baby said he want to kind of do something with me, or he has something else planned. Because, like I said, Punch Entertainment is busy. Y'all better get in while y'all can. We're booked, blessed, and busy. Okay, period. And so, sometimes I'll make that executive decision. Hey, you know what? My husband wants to spend time with me, or, he doesn't really feel comfortable with me going with that. And that's nothing. When you're in a relationship, you have to really consider a lot of things. Now, I don't believe a man or a woman should choose or pick your friends at all. It's not, oh, I'm with him, he don't like her, so you can't be her friend anymore. However, we all know who our friends are. We all know that there's certain ones that just reckless, that's out there like, hey, you know what I mean? And with you now being in a new status of marriage and living your life a certain way, you can't roll that way. And so it doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of that friend. It's just, I don't hang with you the way I used to because we're on two different levels and two different pages, and that's okay. That's completely okay. It doesn't mean somebody's insecure. It just means that you're using your fucking brain. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put myself in a position. I'm not going to go on a fucking party buzz with, stripper niggas or, a gang of guys, single guys. And I'm the only married one in a gang of single bitches. Like, I'm going to be in a situation, most likely, having to tell a nigga, no, I got somebody. No, thank you. Don't touch me there. Like, whatever. Like, I don't put myself in situations where I know it's gonna be a lot of what's the word? Pussy hungry ass niggas. You feel me? I don't want to be around that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Single energy sometimes could be very thirsty, unfortunately. And I'm not single, so I don't put myself in those situations, Another thing is I have friends, I'm 41. I will be 42 on March 29th of this year. Accepting all cash apps, Venmos, Zelles, money orders, cash, coins. But and my friends are my age as well. And what we talk about, I talk with my single friends a lot, even though I'm married. They talk to me about a lot of stuff because they know I was single at one point and I've been in my relationship for 19 years. So I know what it looks like going from single to engaged to married to crazy to fighting to, going through things, trust me, 19 years, it did not come by easy. But we learned, we grew together. The blessing is we were both in our 20s and young, and, we learned and grew together. We matured together, and I think that has, made our relationship as strong as it is. He's my best friend. If you see me, you see him. 9 times out of 10, I'm not without him, and he's not without me, unless we sleep in the bathroom or at work. So pretty much this is my roll dog. But I talked to some of my friends, and some of them, we're 80s babies, and we're used to, walking down the street to the store and about 10 niggas holler at us asking for our numbers. The times have changed. You know what I mean? It's not quite the same. Guys ain't just approaching you like that. Like I said, unless you're in those environments, those dive bars or those certain clubs and strip. So then yeah, they can assume that. But like, how it used to be, like I said, walking to the grocery store or going to your car or, in the Kaiser parking lot, a guy, oh, hey, how you doing? You look good today. Let me have your number. Shit. I met my husband in the Compton DMV parking lot. Same situation. He asked me out to dinner. You know what I mean? But I don't see, my friends are not seeing that happen nowadays because I think everything has switched over to this internet thing, like social media, Facebook even has a dating site or dating app within their app now, where you can go on there and they have like their own date rooms and stuff. Like, oh my God. Then you have, the Tinders and swipe lefts and swipe rights and all these different things. But my friends that come from the old school, they not really with that. Cause it's a lot of weeding out. See, it's different when we face to face. Cause I'm really good judge of character and I can pretty much tell what type of bullshit you on just by looking at you. But when you get in that internet shit, you got motherfuckers catfishing, putting the wrong picture, lying about their real true situations, and you got to find out later. You know what I'm saying? And hope you don't get fucking stabbed and killed, because motherfuckers is crazy. On top of that, motherfuckers is killing people, meeting up, raping them, doing all kind of weird shit. So you got that security issue when we talking about that online dating for my friends that are 40 and above. I say 40 and above, and I'm sure it's some 30 and something, but all of my friends are 40 and above now. I do have some youngsters that's, in my crew and my clique I love and care for, but my road dogs, we're all over 40. And, they're like, are we just too old to be single? Because, in hindsight, you think about it, by the time you're 40, some men have been in a few relationships, number one, probably have had children, and probably have been through a marriage and a divorce. You know what I mean? And so I guess what I want to say is that they seem to run into everybody having somebody at this point. You know what I mean? At this point of our lives, people pretty much are set. They got something going settled. Unless they recently, like I said, or got out of a relationship or a divorce. I know that happens, but 90% of the guys and girls our age are already with somebody. They've already made their decision, had their kids, married or not. And so you run into that being the pickings are pretty slim, right? Then you got the fact that men 40 plus, they don't want 40-year-old girlfriends. They're 40, but they don't want somebody 40. So you run into the men that are 40 plus and they want younger women. I talked to some of my 40 plus female friends that are single and relatives, and they don't really want someone younger than them, but not too much older. So really around their age. I'm finding the women will deal with a guy that's at least their age, maybe a few years younger, but they don't really want the older, like 40 plus, 45 or something. I would think, okay, a 60-year-old is not that bad, but I don't know, because me and my husband are closer in age. But, some of them are like, hell no, that's too old. I don't want a guy that's even 50 and I'm 45. I want him to be my age. So you run into that. And then, at our age, you got people, like I said, that have had, ex-wives, baby mamas. Then you got to run into that, the baggage, the baby mama drama. How cool are y'all? Are you lying about still sleeping with her? It's all of those things, and I'm talking from a woman's perspective, because I know guys run into their issues too. And I'm going to open up the phone lines later and let y'all call me and tell me what those may be. But I'm speaking from women's perspective, and my besties are girls. So, what they're telling me is they run into a lot of baggage, or a guy that's lying about their situation. The newest one right now is, I stay with my baby mama, but we ain't together.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That's not going to work for me.
Oh
Or none of my friends.
no.
Because when it's late night and you're on the couch and she's in a separate room and that did get hard, what's happening? What's going through your mind? You ain't going, why would you call and drive down the street to another chick and you got one right next door? And let me just be clear, women ain't letting you just stay. It's some, but most women, baby mamas, is not letting their baby daddy stay and they ain't got nothing going on. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen. So you got people lying about their situation. They're being dishonest, or they're 40 plus and they have no drive. You cannot be 40 and still be, working at your 19-year-old McDonald's job, bro. Like, you have to have some type of drive. These guys ain't stable. You'll be surprised how many 40 plus men don't have a car, stay with their mama, barely working,
Triple dipping, quadruple tripping.
Hello, because it's 2023 and shit is way too expensive for you to think you gonna lay up and not do nothing when shit is high as hell. So it's very hard for the women that I'm talking to. Like I said, and they're old school. They don't want to go to no social media or dating site. They want to be able to walk out somewhere, see a nice group of men that are being honest and that may be single, and something start from there. But like I said, the pickings are really slim from what they're telling me. They're running into an issue with these guys not being honest, or, like I said, I ain't got nothing going on. No, and let's go here. My friends are over 40, over 50% of them have children, and they're not trying to raise another grown ass man. And that's what's happening. Men come in thinking they just gonna come with their little duffel bag and lay up. You my boo. Okay. We got to eat in here. The lights. Are you asking how any of this is happening? You're just laying up in my house and it's warm, smells good downstairs and all that. Are you?
Who are you?
Right. What is going on? Nobody wants to raise another grown man. You know what I mean? And it's really bad. That's what's really happening. But is there an age limit, y'all? Do you think, you could be too old to be single? I hope not, because I have some friends they're wonderful women and they deserve love. And I know it's a man out there somewhere, but I thought I did. Now we also got to worry about, sexualities, not even dissing nobody. We all love the LGBT plus community. But they're not honest all the time either. You still run into the men that are down low and lying about what they really want and really like, because they're trying to find a beard out here, a woman out here, to satisfy, society, to satisfy their family, to satisfy their coworkers, or whoever they're trying to put this facade on for, because that's what, the world said is the orthodox way to do things. They're not being honest about what they truly want. So you got to worry about now a man sneaking off and messing with another man.
Oh, no.
I can't. I can't with him. I'm serious. You got to worry about that. Vice versa with women. I got to give, the men some props on this too, because women are doing the same thing. Now, I will say that the women are a lot more honest about it. And let's talk about that. Why do you think women are more honest about if they're bisexual or like women too? Because men accept it more than we would. Let's just keep it real. A heterosexual woman accepting a man that's gay or bisexual is very slim, especially in the Black community. I'm just going to keep it real. The other way around, a woman liking women, being bisexual, a man feels like, oh, I could break down them barriers because, hey, what do first thing they think? A threesome. I can have two women and I could watch them do what they do. That's just a small part of it. I think most real men also don't want that. You know what I mean? Because that's considered, like open relationship or cheating too, to tell me you're bi and then you creeping off with a woman that's still cheating, especially if he's not there. I had a polyamorous person here and I was asking, well, how is that different from cheating? And my girl Naya told me there's rules and there's stuff that you laid out on the table. You don't go do nothing without me. We only do it together. We agree on it. Same thing, but men have to deal with that too, because every woman feels like they can get away with that because, all he thinks is sexy and this and that, but not all men think that way. So you got to think men also want to be wanted and desired, and they don't want to feel like, damn, you got to add a girl, not even a guy, an extra girl in the bedroom. Some of them think it's off-putting. Not everybody thinks it's sexy. My husband is one of them. Like, if I ever came at him and said, let's try to do something with a woman in the room, he would be looking at me, first of all, like, you wasn't honest with me, bitch, because I didn't know you was gay. And second of all, no, I'm not adding, I don't want to add that to the mix. You're enough for me, and some people just have high sex drive and y'all just be nasty out here wanting to do a lot. And I get it. But, in 2023, we can't play around with the disease, because even though y'all ain't hearing about it a lot because they just COVID this and COVID that, syphilis, gonorrhea, all that stuff still exists. AIDS, HIV, people are still getting infected. We're not talking about it because everything's COVID or monkeypox, but don't forget, there's other shit. So make sure you're covering yourself, you're protecting yourself. All of that. All of that. Absolutely all of that. So yeah, I'm talking about single people. Now let's talk about marriage and married people. Like, I'm married. Is it hard? It can be. Mine isn't anymore. Like, because we worked through our stuff before we got married, and so we know how to communicate, you know. And it may still be hard for him sometimes because I'm a brat. I want stuff my way, and he gets irritated. We all get irritated, and vice versa with each other. But I mean, like, once you have that open line of communication, once you understand and respect each other, marriage isn't hard. You know, I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, marriage is so hard." It's hard because you guys are still working through things that you need to fucking resolve and get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? And some things are deal breakers, and people don't want to really say that. Like, "Hey, I can't get past this, and I don't know what else to do. I don't want to stay in this situation. So let's move on or go to counseling or compromise somewhere. But if we can't compromise, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. And sometimes disagreeing means we gotta not be together because I can't sit in it. You know what I mean? And that's probably the hardest thing with marriage is probably, you know, compromising and sacrifices, you know. Um, Even though I can't even say that's hard for me because me and Yoga are different. This is my best friend, 19 years in. You learn each other, we know each other well. But for example, like he sacrifices a lot every Thursday to make sure that all of this happens for me, right? He, you know, normally has his little workout regimen. He does his own little thing, but he puts that aside so that he can make sure that he helps me. You know, it's certain things that, you know, I sacrifice being a stripper because I'm with him now. I'm just fucking. I just want to see his eyes get big real quick. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm sacrificing that paper. I could be on that pole making that paper, but you know what? I'm married. I respect him, and I know he don't want that. I just had to make myself laugh real quick. But yeah, and is it all what it's cracked up to be? I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, marriage is overrated. It's a business. It's a contract. It's all of that. It's all of that." But it's not overrated when you find someone that you love. See, it's what you're marrying for. A lot of people in 2023 are not marrying for love. You know, I hear people straight out say, they married for stability. I married him because he's rich than a motherfucker.
Say what?
Right. And we know that ain't the case because Yogi ain't rich. No, I'm just playing. No, he's rich. He's saying wealthy yet. But yeah, I married for love. I married for love, but some people just they don't. They marry for different reasons, you know. Like I said, stability. Shit, they got a whole show called what's the shit? They marrying people for green cards. Shit. This whole show. Then you got love after lockup. Motherfuckers is marrying and getting with people because shit, I just been in jail. I ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. And this heifer been holding me down in the pen all this time. And she got some change and don't mind spending it on me. Okay, that's where I'm gonna go. So that's probably why a lot of people are like it's overrated. Or they've been hurt, you know, and they get bitter. You know, don't be bitter. That's that one person that hurt you. Or maybe it was you that hurt that person or did wrong or didn't understand, you know, the value of marriage and you had to make some changes. See, that's another thing. People want to point the finger all the time. Sometimes you might just need to pull out the mirror and look at yourself. And that may be why you're single. That may be why you're against marriage because of how you getting down out here. See, you know, you got to be accountable. You know, I know some people, it's rare, but some people will say, you know, my marriage failed because I fucked up. I failed my marriage. Shaq, great example. Shaq speaks of Shawnee often. I don't know if y'all know that, but I've seen a few interviews where he spoke on Shawnee and he's like, that's something that he fucked up. He was a good woman to him. She had his kids and he was just wilding, you know what I'm saying? And he lost that. And the fact that he can come back and say that shows that that man did some work on himself. Had to look in the mirror and say, you know what? After he left her, he wasn't single. We had a couple of little situations afterwards, and none of them compared to that wife that had his back in the beginning that he didn't do well by. And so that's also a part of, you know, a lesson, right? Love life lessons. It's a part of a lesson, you know, that, you know, if you do have a failed relationship or situation, take the knowledge or the things that you learned and gained from that relationship before moving on to the next one. Make those adjustments and changes. Learn to love yourself and then go out and then look for that. Because now your view is different. What you're looking for is different. You know, your expectations are different because now you understand, you have a different understanding, and you went back and took some notes, you know. Hey, my ex showed me a lot. I knew what I fucking did not want. You know what I mean? I didn't want an insecure man. I didn't want a man that didn't clock in nowhere. I couldn't do no more drug dealers and hustling, taking my money, flipping it, and bring back shit. I got tired of that. So I had literally a list of what's going to happen. And he's not going to be so much older than me. My ex was 13 years older than me. So he wanted to be my dad. He wanted to, you know, tell me what to do. He was abusive. He was, you know, controlling, a whole bunch of stuff. I knew that I didn't want that going into my next relationship. And so I had check boxes, you know, and trust me, we can all have these long lists of things that we want. No person is going to check every box. You know what I mean? Because I did have millionaire on the top of that motherfucker, but then not yet. He ain't a millionaire yet. He gonna be one. But I'm just saying, there's certain things that I didn't get. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's certain shit he got on the list that he wanted and he didn't get. But it worked out for us, and you know, we have an awesome relationship. You know? We have an awesome, and I really love this man. You don't understand. I love him more than air. So yeah, it's very important that you make changes, you know, and don't diss the ones. If you want to be single, that's fine. See, let me also say this. I'm not a person, a marriage pusher either. I don't go around preaching to my friends, talking about, you need to hurry up and get married. Y'all shacking up. No. I don't do that, because marriage ain't for everybody. And people, you know, my main thing about my friends is I want them to be happy, whatever makes them happy. Now, I might not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's something hurting you, you doing drugs, tripping, bitch, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna choke shit out of you. Outside of that, if you're happy, I'm happy. But yes, you know, I happen to talk to my friends about this, and I know deep down, most of them desire a long life partner. They may not desire the paperwork. You know, I'm not saying you got to go and sign up. You know, one of my favorite couples in the world, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, been together 40 damn years, never married. Her money's her money, his money's his money. They just love each other and it works for them, right? So it can happen. Doesn't mean you have to go walk down an aisle. It's really about the commitment. You know, marriage is bigger than a piece of paper. It's about the commitment. It's about, you know, will I lay my life on the line for this person? That's really what it is for me. I would jump in front of a train for Yogi because I love him that much, and I know he would do it for me. And it's a beautiful thing. But if you just destined to be single, and you like being single, and you like, you know, having casual sex, you know what I'm saying, every week, or swiping left and right and meeting all these different people, then so be it. Just be careful with the sex part. Like I said, protect yourself, because disease is still real. Right, you're gonna be sounding like that. Then you know, also just be transparent and honest. If that's really what you want, go into it saying, see, the thing that I've run into with men, and I'm sure women do it too, but like I told you, I'm talking about my point of view. I'm a woman. Men aren't honest because they know if they came straight out and said what they actually wanted, motherfucker be like, who the fuck you think you are? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, I just want to take you to McDonald's and bend you over and drop you off and never call you again. What? We're not going to accept that. So you got to exactly. So we got to hear the, you know, oh, I want to love you, and I think you're the most gorgeous, and you're queen. Everybody's throwing the queen around. That's a whole nother topic. Everybody ain't a fucking queen, but okay. Some of y'all is goddamn princesses, not even princesses. But anyway,
shots fired! Shots fired!
Pow pow, nigga. I'm just saying. Everybody got queen. But you know, Grand Rising Queen, I love you. You beautiful. Have a beautiful day, beautiful, all that shit. That's why they come with that, because they know being transparent with us, we ain't gonna buy it. We ain't buying it. Now, it may be some women that's down for that. It's some women that'll do the same thing. Pick up a man and drop him off after she done with him, and no feelings attached. Doesn't happen often, because women, when we let a man lay with us, our feelings 9 times out of 10 are attached right away. Men can detach. They can go and sleep with a gang of people and not think about it at all. That's just their genetic makeup. You know, it's nothing we could do about that. Us, we in love. We hear birds chirping. You know how I knew I was in love with Yogi? I would smell him like all day, and I wasn't around him all day. You know what I'm saying? I would go in my car, I smelled him. I would lay down, I smelled him. He was in my clothes. And I know it was a mental thing because I'm knowing like he ain't been around. He ain't even seen this outfit before. How was it smell like him? But that's how I knew like it was. His scent was always with me because he smelled damn good all the time.
Nice.
My husband always smells good. He does. And so I was just like, what is this? Why am I always smelling him and thinking of him? And then when I'm around him, I'm just, my stomach flutter and my heart palpitates and I'm sweating and shit. And I'm smiling, showing all my teeth and gums and shit. And my side tooth missing. Not no more. But you know, it's a beautiful thing. If you find love, you know, whether you marry him, whether y'all just boyfriend and girlfriend, and whether you don't call it shit, but you got somebody that got your back, wake up in the morning, roll over, and you know they there with you, for you, by you. It's a wonderful thing, you know. And I think some people, you know, back to the people that just want to be single, it's the commitment part for them. You know, some people don't want to commit. I have a short attention span. I'm gonna keep it real. I would have never thought I would be in a 19-year relationship. I'm just keep it real because I get bored easily, quick. And it's hard for somebody to really just hold my attention. So, you know, Yogi's a special dude, right? Because seriously, I didn't think and I'm loyal though. So I will sit in a relationship. Well, I used to sit in a relationship knowing it was time to get up. But because I'm trying to be loyal and stay down and all that shit, I was sitting some shit that wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I sat through this one. This has been a hell of a ride and we still rolling. And we started with a putt and now we rolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give you a metaphor of the trend, of the progression in our relationship. You know, I met him when I was 23. Crazy is a Bessie bug. You know what I'm saying? Loud, still loud. Turned up, still turned up. But I was drinking. I don't drink anymore. I was smoking. I don't smoke anymore. And just you know, had to learn some things. Wanted to talk a certain way and be a certain way, and that's nothing. Women, we have to allow our men to be men. You know, I had that problem because I was raised with strong, independent women, and they were doing it all on their own. So when he came into the picture trying to do stuff for me, I didn't know how to really receive it because I'm like, I don't need you to do that. I know how to do this myself. And now I'm talking shit, and it's like, you can't really do that. Let him be a man. You want a man. You say you want him to lead, then let him lead. And that probably was the hardest thing for me in a marriage, is stepping back and just letting him take the wheel. Still to this day, because he just know I'm a hands-on motherfucker, and I want to help. I want to, well, babe, it's not that I don't trust you. I think I can I can put some extra on it. I can help a little bit more. He like, just back the fuck up and let me do my thing. And so I learned that. Let him back up, and then I asked, do you want my help? You need my input? And that's what I mean about the communication. Talk it out. I mean, he would have no problem with sitting down and telling me, hey, I don't like how you talk to me when you've been drinking like this or doing A, B, and C. I need you to change that. And I love him so much. It's like, okay, I got to change it. It's something that bothers him. And it's not because he's punking me or insecurity or control. It's when you love somebody that much, you want to make them happy at all costs. You know what I mean? As long as it's not hurting me. No, it doesn't hurt me to not drink. It doesn't. I would like one every once in a while, trust me. But it's not killing me. You know what I mean? It's something that makes him feel good and I'm happy. And then what does he do? He uplifts me, gives me back because I said that. Because I did that. Hey, babe, you know what? I see you. I'm very proud of you. I see you doing your thing. And sometimes I get frustrated. I'll be like, oh, I could really go for a margarita. Oh my God. No, I fall back, pray, meditate, whatever I do. And it's a passing, fleeting moment. So yeah, you know, get you a support system. You know, men that are single, you know, be straight up. If you really single, be straight up. Get your shit together. And if you ain't got it together, don't go hollering at no women till you got it together. Vice versa. Women, y'all looking to be kept and taken care of in 2023, you better go find you a Jeff Bezos somewhere. All you motherfuckers got to work and do some shit too. A man also wants to see a woman with drive. and stability and have her shit together as well. Because see, I think in our mind, we think, oh, we're women, they have to have it all. We don't have to do anything but cook, clean, and fuck. No, that ain't it. You also should have some type of education or have a goal or a dream or a desire or a job. Bitch, I'm sorry. You should have something to do. No, man, this is not 1940, 30, where you can sit at home and your man wants you to sit at home. And see, I don't want to start no shit, but think about that. In the 30s, 40s, and 50s, you had stay-at-home moms and women, and they cooked and took care of the sick children, made sure the homework was done. The men, they worked and, long hours and hard and, physical jobs and, come and drop their boots off and, you got their plate ready and they getting in the tub and this and that. And then you find out 10, 15 years down the line that Uncle Buddy had, I shouldn't say Uncle Buddy because we got a real Uncle Buddy. He would never have a side family, but you know what I'm saying? Uncle Buddy got a whole nother family around the corner. And we just thought, oh, well, she lucky to have him. She ain't got to work. And some of that come with shit. You know what I mean? Certain men treat you a certain way when you have no income, no money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't bringing nothing to the table. So they feel like they can do you any type of way. And you got to wait on them and ask them for money and all that shit. Not in 2023, ladies. You can have your own bank account. You can go and get a job and do something. Even if you don't want to clock in nowhere, go find, they got all kind of shit for y'all now. Y'all can go online and be TikTok influencers and y'all can DoorDash and Amazon Flex and deliver. I mean, you ain't really got to go somewhere. You can create your own schedules, but I really encourage all women to have some source of income. Because like I said, it becomes a different ball game when the man is running everything. Damn, I didn't talk the whole hour. I didn't think I'll be able to do that. And I said I was going to open up the phone lines, but literally got 5 minutes. And as soon as I open up this phone line, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. It's we got a lot going on. We had a little bit of a late start and we got a whole nother venue after this, which is, busy, right? Booked, blessed, and busy. But find you somebody that you like too. Don't like really like the person, something about them, not what they have, not who they are, their status, because it's never gonna work. You have to really wake up in the morning and like your husband or wife. And I wake up in the morning every morning and I like my husband. He already know I love him. But we always have this thing talking about, you love me, but do you like me? Because, sometimes you be mad at a motherfucker and you have to remember, I had to ask him, you still like me, baby? Yeah, I like you. I'm just mad at the motherfucker right now. But yeah, you want to have both. You want somebody to like you and love you. You want somebody to be honest with you. You want somebody to protect you, whether you're there or not. And that goes for both. Women, we protect our men too. Trust me. I don't let nobody get slick at the mouth when it comes to yo. You're going to have a fucking problem. Ask anybody when it comes to yo. I don't play about that man right there. That's my guy. Okay? So yes, exactly. And don't forget the do. Yes, I don't play about my baby and he don't play about me. So yeah, I'm just glad y'all tapped in. I wanted to give y'all a little talk about some relationships, no big hoopla, but hopefully I gave you guys some insight. Be honest. That's the number one. Be transparent about what you want. It may be another motherfucker out there that's looking for the same thing. Now don't get to lying because you want this outlandish shit and you running across a bunch of no's. Just wait for your yeses. No, but that's what happens. Y'all want this outlandish shit, and when you honest, you like, I told her, I told the bitch and she didn't want to go with it, and now you like, I had to lie to her. Now I'm telling her I live with my mama and I ain't got no cell phone and I don't have social media and all that weird shit. Like, come on, bro. Just find somebody that's with what you with. And matter of fact, them goddamn social media apps and online dating apps, you can probably put in, I just want to fuck, and they're gonna pull up some people. I'm serious. I'm sure. There's a just want to fuck list. I'm sure. Go find them. But my homegirls ain't it. Okay? My girls, they need a real man that's gonna be there because they all cook, they clean, they cute than a motherfucker. I ain't never hit none of their assets, but I heard some of their assets is popping too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know,
Wait a minute.
it's very important that you be honest and be transparent about what you got going on, man. Stop lying to these women. And get out your baby mama house and then go date. Don't fucking be talking about you sleep on the couch and she over here and then y'all in a single nigga. Who you think you talking to? Y'all in a single and she sleep on the couch and you sleep on the bed? Ain't it all in the same goddamn room? Stop playing with me. True story. Somebody really had that happen. So that's just my point. Y'all doing too much, man. And stick with who you got. If you don't like who you with, be honest, leave that heifer alone and then go find somebody else. Stop double dipping, triple dipping.
Triple dipping, quadruple tripping.
Quadruple dipping. So yes, you guys, we breezed through that hour. Y'all been tuning in to Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. And I guess I'm gonna drop a gem on y'all. You know, be transparent about what it is you want. Do the self-work first. You know what I'm saying? Fix yourself before you go add somebody else to the pot. And like I said, be clear about what it is you're looking for and what you want. Don't sit in anything too long. Don't sit in a situation thinking somebody gonna change. Because I already started off with we 40 plus. Most people is set in their ways after 40. You can't change people. You know what I mean? You can either merge with them, compromise, or leave them alone. Once again, you done tapped in to Dani Cee's Love Life Lessons. Your presence has been a blessing, and I'm glad you enjoyed the session. See you next week.